Welcome to July's Leetcode challenge. Today's problem is subsets. Given a set of distinct integers nums, return all possible subsets, the power set. The solution must not contain duplicate subsets. Say we're given an input like a list of 1, 2, 3. We want to return an output with all possible combinations where every number is only going to be used up to once, but you don't have to use every single number. Now, this question's near and dear to me because a couple of years ago, I interviewed for a big tech company, and everything was going great until I told them how I was learning Python. I was very good at it, and the interview asked me this exact question, and I bombed it. I was not able to solve it. That got me to realize I need to learn, and I need to actually know these things. So don't be surprised if you ever see this problem. There's a couple approaches to do this. Here's one way you can solve it. The first approach that I went through was just to do it recursively. And the idea is, say that we're given a list like this. All we need to do is build up a temporary list set, passing along the index number to indicate which points have we already added. So say that we have 1, 2, 3. We're going to start with adding 1, and then we'll recursively call passing in the pointer to the next input. So now it's going to be a list like this, and we'll pass in this temporary list like 1, and what we'll do is add whatever is next to this one. So this would be like 1, 2. Then we recursively call the next one, and that's going to be like only 3 left. We're passing 1, 2, and then add whatever's in here, ending our recursion. Now it's going to come back here, and we had 1 passed along, right? So now it's going to be pointing here, so that adds 3. After that, it comes back here. We add 2, and then now we call it again, where it's going to be passing in 3, right? And passing in 1, 2. Well, I'm sorry, passing 2, and only 3's left, so that passes 3, and finally we just add 3 like here. So that's like a recursive solution. How would you do that? Well, I would write a helper method, and all I would do is pass in the point to which we're starting our nums, as well as a temporary array, which is going to be added to our output, as well as the output. So what we can do is initialize our output. We'll say, hey, add whatever's in our temp into the output. So just add the temp like this. And for I in range of whatever we've indicated to start, and the length of the output, or not the output, I'm sorry, the nums, we'll just recursively call our helper method, and we add 1 here, as well as add this number to our temporary list. So temp plus whatever is in here, it's going to be nums I. So once we do that, we should just return our output. Let's first call it. We'll say start at 0, temporary list, and the output, and return the output. So that should give us a distinct number of all possible combinations. Oh, pass the output here. So that looks good. Let's submit that. And there we go, that's accepted. So that's a recursive solution. There's another way you can do it. You can do it iteratively. And this I found pretty clever. Say that we are building up our result set or output. And what we could do is first add, say we have like a list of lists. What we can do is do a for loop and just add whatever number that we're on to every single list inside of our set that we've built up so far. So it's kind of like a cascading method. So we start with this, first add 1. So we'll add 1 to here, and add that on here. Next we go to 2, and we're going to say, okay, add 2 to this, right? So that's like 2, and add 2 to this, that's 1, 2. And then finally add 3 to all of these as well. So that's going to be like, 3, 1, 3, and so on and so forth. You get the idea. So that would be an iterative method. All you have to do is do a for loop, say for I guess you can do n in nums. First, have like our output and make that a list with one empty list inside, and say, hey, add to our output for I guess O in output, just add whatever nums that we're going to be doing here. So that'll be like end of nums. Turn output. Oh, okay. For O and outputs, that's going to be a list. Nums. I'm sorry, it's like that. There, so that works too. Accepted. There's a bunch of other solutions you can do, but I think those two are sort of the main ones you can think of: recursive and recursive and iterative. Yeah, hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching my channel, and remember, do not trust me, I know nothing.